right, Shalom. We want to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash.
A double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught us this truth through the Spirit, and peace and blessing unto the Akim that's teaching this word across the four corners of the world. And let's go ahead and get into the scripture, bro. Bring that up.
This is 2nd Ezra 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right,
Esau is the so-called white man. All right, and we living in a time where get Job 9 and 24.
Yes, sir.
We living in a time where the Most High is about to take this man out of power.
Right.
This is his kingdom that the Most High allowed him to rule, or gave him the power to rule. And really before that, get Daniel, or it don't matter, Daniel 4 and 17, and then bring out Job 9 and 24. So we living in the last days, and the end of the age of the so-called white man ruler.
Right.
His time is up.
Right.
Okay? And after scripture, brother read, Jacob is the beginning of it that follows, meaning it's gonna be a translation of rulership.
Yes.
Okay? A change in power and management in the earth. See? Y'all got it. Yeah, who else?
This is Daniel 4 verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
And who are the living? The ones that are woken up and have the understanding of the scriptures. Okay? Those are ones that know that man don't run things on this planet Earth. The Most High is in absolute power at all times.
Right.
Okay? Read it from the top.
Daniel 4 verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Right, the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. Read on.
And giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it the beast of men. The base of men.
Dang, I forget how it's worded. But it say promotion don't come from the east or the west, but some blessing from the Most High. Psalm 75 and 76. But read that last verse again.
75 and 5.
5, okay, I said 6. No,
6, 75 and 6.
Yeah.
You can start at 5 and 6. You right.
All right, read the last verse again.
And give it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it the base of men.
Right. The basis of men.
Basis of men.
So the most. You got something?
No, bro.
The Most High rule in the kingdom of men, and he set up every kingdom that it came into power. The Most High has set it up.
Right.
All right. The so-called white man is not this big bad invincible man that just came into power by his own might and authority.
Right.
The Most High put this bastard into power.
Right.
All right, and that's according to the scriptures. He is a bastard.
Yes. Right.
See?
Quick sip, real quick. This is Psalms 9 and 15. It reads, "The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made. In the net which they hid is their own foot taken. Yahweh is known by judgment, which he executed." Psalms 9 and 16. Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higalon Salah. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forgot the Most High. For the needy shall not always be forgotten, the expectation of the born should not perish forever. Arise, O Yahweh, and let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. Put them in fear, O Yahweh, that the nations may know themselves to be but men, man. Okay? Like the brother just said, the Most High set up whom he will. He set these other nations up to rule, man. And all of these nations have ruled over Israel, man. But it's to be known that their time has come to an end, man. They served a certain purpose, man. The Most High's purpose, and now he telling them he clicking off the light, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because these other heathens, they don't even, not only don't do the Most High's people don't give him reverence, neither do these heathens, man.
Right.
And that's what's gonna come back full circle, man. Not only when we praising the name Yahweh Bashim Yadna, we see our power, but these other nations gonna be put in under subjection to it. They gonna give praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and they gonna know in that day, like you say, but they just men, man. They just men, man. The base men. Okay?
Right.
The lowest of them is the so-called white man, but all you nations, man, are nothing but dogs in our sight, man.
Spittle.
All right? So like, go ahead, brother.
Bring that out, bro.
This is Psalms 75 and verse 5.
But I want to say this too, Salakia, because all these nations are talking about, or like for example, the so-called Chinese man, which is the Moabites according to the Bible, they think they gonna rule.
Right.
Okay, you got another bunch of Edomites under the title of Russians. They think they gonna dominate this planet Earth and rule.
Right.
Then you got this proud bastard. Really, it's Esau on the western side of the world. Really, they power come out of Great Britain, out of Great Britain. But they spearhead that power over here out of America. You see, and they think they're gonna continue. Not America ruling, but the powers that control this place is gonna rule this planet Earth. Because the scriptures say that their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
Right.
You see? But according to the biblical prophecy, all these kingdoms are gonna get put in order and subjection up under the one the world ignorantly know as Jesus Christ.
Right.
Which his true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai.
Right.
See?
Hey, and it's crazy because that scriptures ring bells, especially these days and times. They inward thought, Esau Edom, so-called white man, is that this is gonna go on forever, man. Shit, I mean, just look at his maneuvers, bro. Look at Babylon, bro. The infrastructure is gone to shit. Okay, the power grid is outdated. It shouldn't even really be fucking running, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? GMO foods everywhere because this bitch been overpopulated, man. Okay, you think that ground beef you eat, that goddamn Wendy's and Mac, they think that's beef, man, bro. They don't have enough supply for this consumer nation, bro. Okay, this shit is all fucked up, man. Okay.
Right, and they got no, go
ahead, bro.
I was gonna say they got plans for this place to go down and establish a new world order.
Right. They still building new buildings, high rises. They still drilling holes. They digging into the sea. They still building and going on as business as usual. And this place is done. You can see it.
Yeah.
Right. Another sign this place is done is the white woman found out the new nigga woman. Go ahead, bro. It's like you got it, bro.
Good, y'all got it.
I got a precept.
something? Okay, go ahead.
This is Psalms chapter 2. Salaki. At verse 1, it says, "Why do the heathen rage?
Right.
And the people imagine a vain thing."
Right.
One of the main vain things that they imagine.
The new world order.
Right, that they're gonna establish this new world order and control this planet. And then you got these other nations believing they gonna take over. You know? Moab say we leading they leading the world in the technology.
Right. Most High say different. They don't say technology gonna bring you to the forefront.
Right.
Okay. Not even by your weaponry and your wars and your arms and soldiers. That's not gonna sustain you, man. It's already written, man. Okay? Infinite defeat is around the corner.
Right. The Lord said in the book of Job that he shall take the wicked in their own craftiness, man.
Right.
So like the brother had mentioned, their own weaponry won't get them advanced any further, you know, in their plans. The Most High is going to take them in that with their own sword, man.
Right. That's it.
Hey, it say in Psalms 9, I just read verse 15, the heathen are sunk down in the pit which that they made. In the net which they hid is their own foot taken.
Yep.
Okay?
Right.
And that's gonna speak louder to the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? That all these things he set up are gonna be to his demise, man. It's like old Wile E. Coyote keep ordering the goddamn acting, man. He out there being delicate as he can to get that piece of cheese on there. Bah! Every time, man. That's what's gonna happen to you. It's happening right now, Esau, you know?
Right.
Y'all know this, these simple tin can niggas don't know, but you gonna find out the hard way. Okay? Them niggas love that song, the hard way. Whatever that nigga be saying, man. Niggas love that song. You don't know what the niggas saying except for that part. You know? Well, shouldn't me tell you, man. Niggas gonna learn the hard way. Okay? Go ahead.
Got some more in that, brother?
No, that was
Yeah, I want the brother to bring out this Psalm 75.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 75 and verse 5. Lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck.
Right.
Okay, and who does that? You know, Esau does it. Jake do it too, but I'm associating this with the so-called white man, right? You know, because Jake is proud out here too, but Jake is not ruling nothing.
Right.
Jake ain't even ruling the block they stand on.
And you claim they got tatted on your neck.
Right. Jake is tattooing names of neighborhoods and streets on their body.
Yeah.
And the so-called white man can come put a charge on you and lock you up, and you can't. Now you in his prison talking about you represent this block and that block. See, Esau own all these blocks. His name is on these blocks. Jake is talking about Houston and throwing up. I'm just using Houston, but it's various cities named after and landmarks and just regions of the earth that's named after the so-called white man.
Right.
Jake is out here in the city of Houston, just as an example, with Houston Pride, and it's named after a goddamn so-called white man.
Right.
A rapist, a robber, and a murderer. But he's painted in Texas history, I would say history, as a hero. See?
Right.
That's right.
Get the scripture, bro.
Come on. Psalm 75, because when you read the heading in this chapter, it says, the prophet praises the Heavenly Father and rebukes the proud. So we already know who the proud is.
Right. The proud.
Right.
It says, Psalm 75 and 4, I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly, and to the wicked, lift not up the horn. Lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck.
Yeah, what Psalms 83 say, I think it said they lift up the head, and then that's going in, and they got all these nations, they got pride. But the first nation that's listed off in that chapter,
Edom.
but that psalm is the nation of Edom. See?
The Most High,
He say that
in Psalms 83.
Yeah, I think it say 83:1 or the second verse.
Yeah, the first nation listed is Edom.
Wait, what you was trying to check?
They have taken back the counsel against the people.
I wanna find that scripture that say they lifted up the head.
Oh, Con.
That's
verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they hate thee. They that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Right. Okay. Come. I want to make sure I wasn't misquoting the scripture, but we ain't got to get it. I was just quoting that, and that's symbolic to pride.
Right.
See? And then the first nation that's listed off about these nations making a tumult and coming together against the nation of Israel is the nation of Edom. So like,
Oh, no.
so that was, you can go back to that song.
Come on. Psalm 75 and 5. Lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck. For promotion cometh neither from the east nor from the west,
nor from the south.
Meaning nobody on this planet Earth is rising themselves up in a position of power.
Exactly.
Okay? Whether it's from the any four corners of the earth.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You got it, bro.
Verse 7, Psalm 75:7, for the Heavenly Father Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is the judge.
Right.
He put it down one and set it up another.
Right.
But in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture. And he poured out of the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them.
That's it. So the Most High is large and in charge around this planet Earth.
Yep.
You see?
Yep.
He'll set up a kingdom, and then he'll shut that kingdom down, or he'll take it down.
Right.
You see?
Right.
And he send the prophets out to tell that kingdom and other nations that, look, this is what's gonna happen.
Right. Right.
Okay.
It's the Most High. But as it's been, Shalaki, brother, as it's been repetitive, the nations that got set up immediately went forth in pride. And they thought it was something that they did. They strategy. You know what I'm saying? Not giving reference to the Most High power, like the brother said. He said, our prophets to tell you what thus said the Most High power. Instruction has always been there for everyone, all the nations, bro. But they failed to follow it, bro. And then take heed to the Most High power.
Con, you reading the book of Job, it says a base man that that ate juniper roots,
Right.
you know, a cave dweller, man.
Right.
So how in the world, you know, in their little mind, they came out of that low condition and rose up. Now they in power,
Right.
and that's where the pride come from, man.
Right, and that was a very short period of time.
Yeah.
Because in the book of Daniel 4:17, it said the Most High will raise up the bases of men. To roughly paraphrase. Okay.
Set it up.
Yeah, set it up the bases of men, and that linked perfectly up with Job the 30th chapter. You see, and that time period from the time period before the Greeks really came into power.
Yeah.
You know, you had Philip of Macedonia, and then under Alexander the Great, that's when they really came into power. You see, but it wasn't that long before that they was in that condition.
Exactly.
They was in that condition of really communicating in an animalistic form.
Wow.
You see, because I believe it was right after the Babylonian captivity is when they went into them to the caves and lived as cavemen, so to speak.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. They are the original caveman. They are the caveman.
Even the caveman.
Yeah. That's the commercial about
So how could that happen?
Right.
How could you be in such a low state and then come into to a position of ruling the known world?
Yes.
In such a short period of time? Only by the power of the Most High.
Right. Whether you realize it or not.
Yeah.
That's the answer, man.
That's the
Okay? That's the answer.
It wasn't through great strategies and
none of that.
Let's sit down. They couldn't even talk.
Right.
So how did they? No, man. No.
Right. A good movie to watch. I don't know if brothers can see it, man. The Chariots of Fire, man.
Never seen it.
It's an old back in
the 80s.
bro. You know what I'm saying? And these all know who they are, man. It's all about cavemen. Not a word of English is it's all. But it's a
Eating
long
ticks off each other like
bro.
monkeys.
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, and it tell you in the book of Job. Matter of fact, let's get it. Let's go ahead and just get it.
9 or 30.
30. Job 30.
Right. So you don't hear too much about that movie.
We'll
They
get
show
back
them
to
in
this.
their lowest form, man.
Con.
Brand and dragging their knuckles, man. Naked and stinking on that top. You crack a stink right now.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, it don't matter.
Especially if they
go
get
ahead.
wet.
Right, but that's even giving a wet dog doing him bad.
Yeah,
He
come
worse
on.
than the goddamn fucking wet
Yeah, the dog don't smell as bad as Esau.
Crack a stink.
Yeah, man. And they shed that long streak. Go ahead, Doc.
Yes,
It's a
yeah,
lot.
bro. It's repulsive.
This is gonna show you the low. This is gonna explicitly express the low state, the mind state of the so-called white man at one point in history.
Right.
You see, The Most High had them on as the basis of all men on the earth.
Right. Well, you know when they hear that on the algorithm that they gonna strike the video, man. It's too late, man. The word done went out.
Yeah, it's too
We gonna
late.
keep pushing, man. Go ahead, bro.
Right, because this the truth.
Yeah.
We're not going to hold back on the truth because the so-called white man is offended.
Right. Yeah.
Go ahead, Baba Musa.
This is Job 30:1. But now they that are younger than I
Right.
have me in derision,
Right.
whose fathers
Right. The so-called white man is young. What it's talking about, the so-called white man who is Edom, or that goes back to their forefather Esau. They are younger than, really they're younger than the Israelites
Right.
because they come out of a so-called black man.
That's right.
Who was that so-called black man? Isaac.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
You see? And if you go into that word derision, it means basically a loose definition is a state of being laughed at. All right? So Job speaking through the spirit. You know? Job was catching hell and he was in a bad state, bad condition at this point. Go ahead,
start from the top. 30:1. Job 30:1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision.
Right.
Whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of mine flock.
Woo! Right. Why? Because the so-called white man is a freak by nature.
Right.
Yes.
He's in the bestiality.
Right.
Okay, that's part of the lowness of this devil. Okay? And he'll lay down with a beast.
Right.
He'll lay down with a reptile.
Right.
He'll lay down with a fish.
Right. All of the above.
You know?
Come deep.
He'll lay down with a
Goddamn platypus.
dead carcass.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Necrophilia.
Yeah, necrophilia.
Right. Right.
You know, you got these a lot of them serial killers. They're Edomites, you know, a sick and twisted mind.
Right.
And they was a lot of them was committing necrophilia.
Necrophilia.
I'm sick of me to lay out on a cold, dead body, bro.
Bro, there's no life in a
Such
body.
a piece of woo!
First of all, when a body is dead, rigor mortis set in. Man.
Right.
The body, you gotta damn near just like breaking something, man.
Hey, bro, just real quick, they had on the news last night about an Edomite cop who lost his job just this week for necrophilia, bro. They had him on video. He didn't know he was being videoed, and he ended up getting down with a dead corpse.
A police?
A police
Like Jay say, a
to
police.
protect and serve.
It's the great white man that's in rule, the great scientist, the great musician, the great artist, the great creator, the helper of men. Is that who you niggas about too? That cat who tell you to eat bloody meat, who tell you to eat abominable foods, raw snails, squid, bottom feeders. Is that the man you look up to? That's how knowledge, bro. Man, come on, man. Come on.
That shows you how low our people have sunk, man.
Right.
And I want to clarify something. Ultimately, the so-called white man comes out of a so-called black man.
Right.
Because the scriptures, I think it's in Isaiah, 40. I can't really say where, talk about the rivers of Judah.
Right.
I think it's not 40. I forget exactly where it's at. It's in Isaiah. Somewhere in Isaiah, I can't think of. All right. But the so-called white man come out of from us.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
So anyway, go ahead, bro.
Hey, can I bring out the definition of disdain
Yes,
right
sir,
quick?
bro.
This is the definition of disdain, okay, that the brother just read in the book of Job, the 30th chapter. That was he was saying he wouldn't just read it again one more time, Mike.
This is Job 30:1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of mine flock.
So the word disdain, because he said whose fathers I wouldn't have disdained to lay with the dogs of my flock. Now you think about that. He wouldn't have let their fathers lay with them dogs, man. Why? Because he done molested them, man.
Right.
Like the brother was going into, Esau is all into bestiality, man.
Necrophilia.
It's legal in certain states here in America. You can marry an animal, man. And you telling me this is a God-fearing country?
Right.
No way, man. So the definition of disdain, real quick, because it's a pretty powerful word, it says, think unworthy or worthless, look upon with contempt, scorn, refuse, repudiate, man. Do the opposite of, okay? So he said they weren't even worthy to lay with his dogs, okay? That's why you see so many white people with their damn dogs in their house, because ain't no telling what they doing behind closed doors with those dogs.
Right.
You have certain women, Edomite women, which Edom goes back to the nation, which is the so-called white race, okay? They have what's called a lap dog. They don't call it a lap dog because the dog sits in their lap. They call it a lap dog because they let the dog lap up the woman's vagina, man. These women let their little dogs, those little miniatures, lap them up, okay? And that's totally against the scriptures. The scriptures say not only is that person supposed to be put to death,
So does the animal.
but
Right.
so does the animal.
Right. And all this is going into the wicked and low state of the so-called white man. He's a low-base,
filthy
piece of shit
Yes.
nerd, man.
Psychotic,
But
maniacal
he got
beast.
the world. Well, he got a lot of people in this so-called country, fool.
Yeah.
A lot of so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native
There you
Americans.
go right there.
Right.
But he don't got his own people, fool, because they know they the goddamn devil.
Yes.
So-called white man know he ain't shit. That's why they stay. And one proof of it is that they know they ain't right. Just they mirrored the color of their skin, so to speak.
Right.
If they got tanning salons all over the place.
Right.
Trying to get back to what's right, you know?
Yeah.
Because the scriptures say, you go to get real quick, Numbers 12, and get the account with Mary when she got cursed. Right. When you lose your pigmentation in the skin, it's as if you're dead. See? Numbers 12, I don't know.
I got it. You got it now? Oh, okay. This is Numbers 12 and verse, I'll start up a little bit. At 8, it said, I started 9. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed.
Yeah, against
Miriam,
Aaron, was it Aaron and Miriam?
Because they were speaking against their brother Moses.
Right.
Because
Okay.
he married a, who was it? Egyptian?
Yeah.
She's an Egyptian woman?
I think so.
Or Ethiopian woman?
Yeah, Canaanite.
She's an
Hamite.
Ethiopian or Egyptian?
Yeah, Ethiopian woman.
Okay.
So they was talking against him, okay? And that pissed the Most High off. So the Most High is finna punish Miriam for that bumping, okay? So this is
Like the woman still do to this day.
exactly. Numbers 12 and 9. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle. And behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. She lost the pigmentation out of her skin.
Right. So this was a major judgment. And the scripture is going to express really how serious this
The
judgment
severity.
is.
Yeah, right. Because when you go to the law and you in leprosy, you put out for 7 days, man. You're unclean. See, they walk around, they are what are known as clean lepers, man. Okay? They can't pass their leprosy onto you by touching you. But they are leprous nonetheless. Okay?
And to show you how much of a devil the so-called white man is, like I was telling the other brother that was up here, he was like, the white man, the devil, you gotta understand what the word devil means. Devil is from the Latin diablos, which means deceiver. Right? And show you that how much the scriptures tell you in Deuteronomy that our enemies are gonna be found to be liars, man.
Right.
So you just gotta look at who told them the most lies, and that's who your enemy is, man. We know who that is, man.
Right.
And Jake know who it is. They just scared to say it. Okay?
And that's no.
No, I
say that's one of the main deceptions. They got they got Jakes, mainly especially the Latin tribes, thinking that having that type of skin.
Right. But what do they call leprosy today, though, bro? what do they call leprosy today? Today, in the medical term, you ask the white man, they'll tell you that it's some kind of flesh disease, which is not. We just read what leprosy is.
Maimed as
Right, right.
No.
That's not leprosy, man.
If you ever see an albino, that's a clear-cut sign of leprosy.
Right.
Okay? And what does an albino look like? An albino will have blonde hair and blue eyes.
Right.
Okay? Which also proves that white people come out of so-called black people, man. Okay? That is possible.
Right.
Because our people thought they can't think outside the box, man.
Right.
Okay? But you got shit, it's albinos in damn near everybody's family. Everybody damn near kin to one albino, man. Or you know one.
Right.
And they can't stay in the sun, just like the so-called white man can't be in the sun. That's why they got sunscreen flying off the shelves come summertime, man. Okay?
Right, and they got the skin cancers. They leading, leading in skin cancers in here in the world.
From something natural called the sun.
Right. Over in Germany, they harvested melanin and they inject themselves with melanin and they dump it in their brother dormant, man. Look crazy, man. They trying to kick what the most high reserved for his people.
Right.
Man. Go ahead, brother.
This is Numbers 12 and 10. And the cloud departed off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee.
Yeah, this is, you got to get into the, put yourself in this the account that we read. You see? So this was, Aaron wasn't just saying, oh, this was, please, Lord, just take it off of him. Take this curse off of him.
But he was calling Moses. He said he was talking to Moses when he said Lord.
Okay.
Because they are lords. Okay. When you go pay your rent, who do you pay your rent to? The landlord. He's the Lord over that land. There are different types of lords.
Right.
Because our people, again, can't think outside of the box. Yes, you have the Heavenly Father, the Most High. He's the Lord, capital L, capital O-R-D, the Supreme Lord. Then you have His Son, capital L, lowercase O-R-D. That's another Lord. Then you have lower lords, okay?
Right.
There are many types of lords, man.
Right. Lord just means one that have authority over another.
Right. Like God.
That's why a woman is supposed to be calling her husband Lord.
Right.
There are accounts of that
It's
in this
out of woman.
Right. Sarah called
That's how
Moses.
you say Lord.
Right. They're supposed to. Okay.
See, because the man has a complete authority over the woman. Not in this setup.
No.
That's the natural order. You see?
Right. Let me say this, not niggas, man. Okay. But upright, standing, God-fearing men, man. They put their best foot forward every day to be separate. What's the word holy mean, man? It means to be separate, man. Okay? And that's something that we pride ourselves in being, man. Separate from all of this, man. Okay? Not worried about what man thinks or their judgment or their approval, man. We don't need none of that.
Yep.
We get approval from the Most High Power, man.
Yep.
Okay? All right, go ahead, brother.
And Jake is separate, but they separate in wickedness. This is Numbers 12 and 11. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not this sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out of his mother's womb. Because when you're born, you look, like you don't have your full color.
Right.
You ain't been in the sun. Yeah, you ain't right yet. My little grandson was born, boy, and his daddy darker than every brother out here, man.
Right.
And my daughter probably a little bit darker than me, but the little man was real bright. Because when you come out the womb, you brighter, man.
Right. Same thing with my daughter. She was both my Go ahead, brother.
Look like some little Chinese babies. It say Numbers 12 and 11. Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed.
And when you die, you get lighter. You see? When you see when you get pale, When you see a dead person, they not, if they, for example, a dark, any shade of brown, even a so-called white person, they get even lighter or paler than what they are.
That's right.
You see?
Yeah.
Jake, that turned gray.
Yeah, yeah.
It looks funny.
That's right. And I read again, it says, Numbers 12:12, let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out of his mother's womb. And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, heal her now, O Most High, I beseech thee. So by her being turned that, to lose that pigmentation, that means if you need to be healed, that means you not 100%.
Right.
If you need healing, then you ain't right.
They knew that picture.
Right.
Yeah, we're crying out.
Woo!
Right. What did he say? He said, alas.
Alas.
That's like saying, oh shit, oh please.
And then to read the judgment, what happened?
It says, and Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, heal her now, O Most High, I beseech thee. And the Lord said unto Moses, if her father had but spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be shut out from the camp 7 days, and after that, let her be received in again. And Miriam was shut out from the camp 7 days, and the people journeyed not till Miriam was brought in again.
Right. And the scripture even say we're not supposed to touch a dead body. We're not supposed to be around the dead. You see? But in the law,
you be unclean.
or you be unclean. See?
So she had to get away from everybody. They had to put her out the camp. Okay? She couldn't be around everybody else, or else they'd have been unclean. Okay? Which shows you the severity, okay, of this situation.
Right.
And it also shows you a part of the mindset of the Heavenly Father. He gets angry. He was so angry that he turned this so-called black woman into a so-called white woman, man.
Yeah. You should have got spit in the face by your father.
Right.
You know what he said?
That's serious. If you spit on somebody, that's the ultimate
Insult.
show of, yes, I hate you, I loathe you, man. I'd rather get slapped than spit on. I'd rather get punched in my jaw than get spit on, man. That's disgraceful.
Right.
Okay?
So it's a disgraceful thing for these so-called white men. They're not white, they're red.
Right.
These so-called prophets that walk around here
Right.
proud like they're in authority, man. Okay? It's time for our people to wake the fuck up, man.
Yeah.
This is not your friend, this is not your equal, man.
That's right.
Okay? They are our future slaves, man. We are their future slaves now.
Yeah, can I just say, everybody in the world, basically, well, a large majority of people, let me say that, they believe in karma. What goes around comes around. Did not they have us in subjection and still do? Hardcore bondage, beating our backs. Even until this day, we're still being subjected under some people's rulership. Okay? We are under these people's rulership. Right. You can't ride down the street without your seatbelt on. Don't pay your taxes.
Right. You go to his hospital, and basically you use anything to operate in his society. You got to get permission to go, to leave, to come and go as you want. Mm-hmm. And it ain't as you want. To come and go, you got to get his authority. His permission. Select.
If you try to go, say you try to go to Mexico or Canada, you must get a passport. In other words, you have to get permission to leave the land of the free.
Wow.
You get admitted into the hospital, you gotta get, they gotta release you.
Right. Discharge you.
Yeah, discharge.
Yeah, and they got police at the hospital.
Right.
Try to leave up out of let your
Shit.
child be born. They gonna do what they want with that child before you even touch your child. But try to leave that hospital with your child. This gonna be an Amber Alert.
You say, thanks for delivering the child. Now we gonna go home and do the rest.
Got your blue letter?
Can't do that.
Con.
With the blue letter. Look for that scripture, Deuteronomy, found in the hand.
Yeah, you should be found.
Y'all got more?
Nah, that was it.
All right, why you following that? Go back to Job. You got something? Go to Job 30. Go back to Job 30. No, not you. Go to 32.
This is Job 30 verse 2. Yeah, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me?
Oh,
And
real
who-
quick, can I say something real quick? See, these scriptures don't come out in the so-called church, man.
Right.
These scriptures don't promote prosperity and filling up the collection plate, man. Okay? This what we're preaching is only for a select few, a small number of men and sisters, okay? But starting with the men, okay? So that they can be sealed and we can get out of this place, man.
Right.
So the Lord can return. These so-called churches these are scriptures you won't hear in so-called church. They don't want you to know this stuff, man.
Right.
They want you to just keep praising Jesus.
Right, praising the curse,
Yes. Woo!
praising the dead. You really praising the dead because the scriptures say you don't have that pigmentation on your skin. You as one that's dead. See?
Yeah.
Consume the flesh is consumed away.
That's right. Our Lord didn't look at nothing like that, man. He looked at that's exactly what it is. And our people worship that. You know? When they pray, that's the image that they see. You know? Go ahead, Oxalak.
You want to bring that up?
Oh, come on.
Oh, just real quick to bounce back what the brother said. This is Exodus 21 and 16. It reads, "And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death," man.
Right.
Okay? And who stole a man, man? It's everybody, all nations of the world, of the earth know the history, man,
Right.
of how the so-called white men rounded us up off the west coast of what they call Africa.
Yep.
Okay? And brought us over here and sold us, man,
Yep.
on auction blocks, man.
Right.
And even the indigenous people that were here when they so-called discovered America, you can't discover somewhere where people already dwell, man.
Right.
You already had people living here peacefully, okay? They did the same thing to the so-called natives, okay, and the indigenous peoples that were already dwelling in these lands in the islands, man. They took them back across the water to Spain and put them into subjection and
Right.
made them worship this devil.
Right, and they put them in slavery over there, and they put them in slavery on
Over
this
here.
side. They made
That's
them,
right.
Plantations didn't start in what we know as the United States of America.
That's right.
Plantations started in the island.
Yep,
What
yep.
is that? What is it called? Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
So,
yep,
right?
yep.
Okay, in Central America. I mean South America. Sorry, Central and South America.
Yep.
Oh,
You see? Go ahead.
It's a reason why it's called Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico means rich port. They gave it the title rich port because they were over there stealing all the resources. They were getting rich off of it, off of our people's back.
Right.
That's why they call it rich port. And our people have the nerve to be, I'm Puerto Rican. They got that pride to be a Puerto Rican.
Right. Right. Same way these niggas over here got
Exactly.
pride to be called African Americans, man.
Right, Houstonians.
Right. Come on, man. Stop it, man.
Lee.
And wherever they show you, wherever our people went, we cultivated the land and we followed the land standards, so it's plentiful, man. Now when this devil show up to some-called white man, all he is a rape, robber, and murder, man. He come to kill us, man. Okay? He come to destroy, man. Okay? It says, if he be found in his hand, he should surely be put to death, man. And where are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to this very day, man? In the hands of the so-called white men. You saw them according to the scriptures.
right.
To this very day. And the nigga walking around here talking about I'm free, man. You got a social security card in your hand. You got a driver's license in your pocket.
Yeah.
You got a driver's license in your pocket.
Yeah.
You got a birth certificate, shit, that was already got a serial number on it before you even came out the womb, man.
And when you die, they gonna give you a death certificate.
Right.
They gonna make money off of you coming in, while you here, and when you leave.
Done.
And anything you leave to your people, they gonna tax that too. Now they got something that's called a heritage tax.
Inheritance.
Inheritance tax, right. Wow.
Hey, just a real quick question for you wacky-tacky Christians. Man, if you so goddamn free, how come y'all still singing We Shall Overcome in your church house?
You wouldn't want to overcome something if you already overcame it.
Right.
But they say
Right. Yeah. What are you saved from?
Exactly.
What are you saved from? Go ahead, brother.
But this is why we call this man the goddamn devil, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I mean, the list goes on with this man's deception. I mean, you can't even, all the things he didn't push out in the earth to deceive mainly our people, it's innumerable, man.
yes.
Right.
Real quick, we'll get back to Brother holding something. Revelations 13 and 10. It reads, Revelation 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, man. And who are the saints according to the scriptures, man? Israel, man. This is the patience of the faith of the saints. We patiently and waiting on this, man. Okay? You that went into captivity, you must go into captivity. Thus said the Most High Power, not me.
Right.
I'm powerless. I don't even have the power to do it. But I got faith in this that it's gonna happen. Okay?
And that's non-negotiable.
He led us into captivity,
Yes.
and we still in still in captivity. Like the
Yes.
scriptures the brother read about on the law, we still found in this man's head.
Yes.
No.
Now, I just wanted to bring that out, man. You know what I'm saying? Because our people reverence, they don't give reverence to the Most High Power, man. They give reverence to these other nations, man. And we can pull out many scriptures that tell you that the Most High don't have any regard for these other nations, man. The only people he concerned about is the peculiar people, man, okay? The Israelites. And at this time, not even all the Israelites, man.
Right.
2/3 of our people gonna be put to death along with this goddamn cracker, man. Because of their disobedience and their rebelliousness, man. Okay? Whether you believe it or not, man, this is not something that, this is not the church house revival. Come on, brother, come on, sister. Man, we out here to tell you what does say the Most High Power. Only the elect gonna receive these words, man. The rest of the people gonna keep going by. Like they did in the days of Noah. Marrying and marrying, enjoying themselves, having a good time, having a blast. Shit, do that shit, bro.
Hell no, you crazy.
Because the scriptures say our Lord, who usually called Jesus, thank the house shop gonna return like a thief in the night, man. Okay? How do a thief in the night? Do he ring a bell when he come in?
He sent you a text.
Right. He blow a horn, you see your note, man. No, when you look up, the thief is already on top of you, man. Okay? And that's how it's gonna be when the Lord, our Savior, come back, man. Okay? With the sword, as the scriptures have described, man. Okay? You got it, brother.
Go ahead.
Go back to what that brother told you.
This is Baruch 3 verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity,
Right.
where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse.
Right, so it's not just here in America that we in captivity or slavery. It's all around the world.
Exactly.
Because you got so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the biblical Israelites. All right? Not no damn black Hebrew Israelites. We are the Hebrew Israelites.
Right.
All right? And we scattered around the world. That's to go back to the curses. How did we get scattered around the world? Through slavery. You know?
Yep.
One of the main slavery was the transatlantic slave trade.
Right.
You know? Jake, just by that slavery alone, Jake was scattered around the world.
Right.
Okay? Read it again, Baba Kashan.
Baruch 3 verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
Yeah, this day. What's today's date, Doc? December 13th,
Right.
2019, to this date, okay, at 7:06 p.m.
Right.
December the 13th, 2019, you are yet this day in captivity, as the scriptures say.
Right.
man.
But another nation can tell you what to do and you can't do nothing about it. You up under them.
Right.
Even if they got a so-called black face spewing out their decrees, their laws.
Right.
They going by this man's laws
Right.
and decrees.
Right. Ain't nothing but
If you get
house niggas.
put on child support, okay, you can't say, you know what? I'm a free man. You can't do that to me. He gonna put it on you and you can't get rid of it. You see? And if you want to leave, if you're on child support,
You can forget.
you can't even leave the country. They won't even grant you permission to leave. Now I don't know if they changed the rules, but the last time I checked, or as far as I know, that you still can't leave, you know.
Right.
So they might have some laws and stipulations or whatever, but the fact still remains that, you know, we in slavery to this day.
Right.
You know, the scriptures also say to pray, depart at night.
Right.
I mean, to pray, this devil has been a predator upon the nation of Israel.
Yes.
All right, he preyed on us, and we haven't departed. We haven't went back home to our homeland. We still in the land that we was brought as captives. You see? And that was it on that. Was it more? Okay.
Baruch 3 verse 8, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payment. According to
hey, you know what that's so too? When you subject to payments, you're a slave. When you're under the rule of payments and not by your own people,
Right.
and you can, you know, it's lawful to have slaves. Okay? So there ain't nothing wrong with slavery. But it's you and another nation is over you, and you gotta pay tribute to them. One payment that we subject to pay is taxes. That means you're a slave.
Yeah.
When you pay taxes to another nation, that means you up under that nation.
That's right.
Right. See? So you read the last part of it.
according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord Yahweh our power.
Right, so we paying dearly. We didn't pay for all the wickedness that our foreparents did, which really was us. We went off, you know. Now let's go back and finish the Job 30 and then see what it's
Right. And we go off in the worst ways, man. You can use the Exodus out of Egypt, man, as a prime example. They seen the power of the Most High, man. Okay? They seen the power of the Most High, man. Okay? They seen the water split, man, and Jake walked through on dry land, man. And he seen them close the waters back up to on them damn Hamites, man, on them damn Egyptians, man. And what did we do, man? No sooner than later, bro, we started worshiping. We made idols, man. We made a goddamn golden calf, man, and started giving praise to that, man. What was the goddamn golden calf when the waters were split, man? We didn't see no calf. That was the Most High power, man, and they knew it. But we so hard-headed and stiff-necked and rebellious. At any given chance, man, our people go back to something stupid, man. A fucking cow, man.
Right, that they made.
Yeah,
Right. That's just like our people walking around now with the cross on their neck, man. Okay? A device used to murder our Lord and Savior, man. So if the Lord and Savior was shot with an AK, would you be walking around with a damn AK on your damn
Right.
necklace, bro? A tattoo on your arm, man. That's how stupid our people are, man. And blind, man. And know of nothing, man.
Why Jake don't walk around wearing crowns of thorns then? Do that. Go do it. Don't fool around with it. Do it expeditiously. Go all the way out and get whooped and beat and put spikes through your hands and feet, man, and get your side pierced.
Hey, I can say just real quick, and have the audacity to ask the Most High, like in Malachi, wherein have you loved us? You got the nerve to ask that shit?
Yes. Yes, Jake does.
Yeah, go ahead with that.
There's a Wisdom of Solomon 14 verse 12, where the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. Like the brothers were going into, the calf was a spiritual fornication, man, because that was the idol that they were lifting up and proclaiming that to be what delivered them out of Egypt, man. That was a idol. It had no power, you know, none of these things, like all this right here, none of these are make-believe characters, man.
Right.
This Esau's fantasy.
Straight up, bro.
Right.
This shit, This is make believe, man.
Exactly. That's it.
This, you know, there ain't no power in this.
Right. That's right, Doc.
But in our power, Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, which is the only power,
Right.
which we put our trust in, because
Right.
we read the scriptures and we trust in what Yahweh Bashem Yahshai has put in them, man.
Right. That's right, Doc.
And we put trust in that because we know that there's salvation in these
That's
words,
it.
man.
That's right.
And this, whatever these things are, you know, these make believe characters, you ain't gonna find nothing in that.
Right.
Man. There ain't no life in that, man.
Right, right.
But our people choose, you know, because they're stiff necked, they choose to follow this.
Right.
So at the end of the day, they're gonna receive death because all
Right,
this is
Doc.
gonna bring them is death.
Right, bro. Right. All this is advantage, man. Okay? And this is just a small sample, like Jay said, a small sample portion. Right? Of the things that our people are worshiping, man. Okay? You think you're gonna get a pass, man? No, sir. Straight up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yep.
And they get on their hands and knees to worship them, man. It's not just, they go all out, man. They increase in wanting to worship these, man. And they put all their faith on them, man. So you don't think the Most High is gonna bring great judgment to these people, man?
You better believe it.
Yahweh Bashem Yahshai is pissed the fuck off,
That's
man.
right.
And so are we,
That's
man.
right.
Right.
We're
Right.
pissed off, man.
Right. What the scriptures say, I hate the evil and love the good, man.
Right.
Okay? For our blinded, dumb, deaf, and blind people, God is love. God is love. God is not hate, man. We are commanded to hate the evil, man. Evil, bad times. Eve meaning time, ill meaning bad, man. Okay? To be on the subject to a low-life, pedophile, pale-skinned Edomite crocker, that's a bad time, man. Okay? To continually to be born in the polluted womb and immediately shot with medicines soon before we even take our first breath, that's a bad time, man.
Chemicals.
For Similac to be slapped in our mouths before we even never tasted a mother's breast milk, man. That's a bad time, man. To be subject to a hard labor job and we don't even get our bread before sunset like the scriptures say we're supposed to do. That's a bad time, man. To get inoculated the damn flu shot, man. That's a bad time to go take a shot that's supposed to cure you or something, but after you take that shot, you fucking sick, man. It hurts, man.
With the disease.
Okay? Right, being in fear of so-called flashing lights or a cat in a so-called uniform, man. That's a bad time, man. Okay? All right, let me read this real quick, man. This is Psalms chapter 10. It reads, why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor.
Want me to read it out?
I got it, bro. I can get something else in a minute. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined, man. Okay? The wicked in his pride have persecuted the poor, man. Who is the poor? Okay? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, the Native Americans. These are the poor, man. Who you see on this sign, man. Okay? It says the wicked in his pride, okay? Who is the pride? Who is the deep proud, man? When the brothers started off, he talking about the man with his neck, stiff neck and his neck stretched forth. Who is that, man? The so-called white man, Esau Edom, okay? The so-called white man, because he's not white, man,
Right.
okay? That brother's shirt is white, man. His sign is white, man. The so-called white, look at that. That's Edom, he's red, man, because his blood shows forth through his skin, a derivative of pink, man. All right? That's where you get the name Esau, man, in the Hebrew, Ashar, which means race to the way, man.
Rednecks.
Right.
Right. Pink.
Edom, okay? From
Esau,
Hebrew
temple
one, which
pink.
means red, man. Okay? Simple things, man. But read on, it says, let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined, man. Okay? So let them be snared up in the barium oxide that they spray. And man, I got up this morning on the way to work, bro. They had the damn tic-tac-toe in the sky with that barium oxide, man. But our people are so fixed on these phones and just in tunnel vision, we don't even look up in the sky, man. Okay? And they spraying all kind of barium oxide and disease. How do you think, like they got now, they say it's the flu season, man. And people, I know people from California to fucking New York that's sick as hell, bro. I was down there out of there last week, man. But they say it's flu season, man. That ain't no goddamn flu, man. That's just another one of Esau's devices. They got in Atlanta, they got the CDC, a Center for Disease Control, man. Okay? What do you think they doing up in there, man? They create diseases, man.
Right.
Okay? Things to afflict us, man. We have an enemy, man. As mentioned in Deuteronomy, man.
Right.
Our enemies shall be found to be liars, man. Who has got lies piled up to the sky, man? That's out of sight, man.
Right.
The so-called white man.
I got it.
Not even that he lied to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans about who you are, historically and biblically, but he even lied about his damn self, man. He called himself the white man, a Puritan, man, when he's not white. Ain't nothing about him pure. Never have been, man.
Right.
Okay? What you saying, bro? Well, I'll keep going. Tell me when you get going. Go ahead,
the scriptures say, it's in the book of Luke, the 1st chapter, that we're going to be delivered from our enemies, from the hand of our enemies.
Right.
See?
So, right. So, come on, man. The scriptures, Proverbs 11 chapter, verse 1, it says, a false balance is an abomination to the Most High power, man. Okay? To have everything all in love and unison, that's a false balance, man. Like the scriptures say in Ecclesiastes, it's a time to love, it's a time to hate, it's a time for peace, it's a time for war, man. Okay, it's a time to reap and a time to sow, man. Okay, it's time for this white man to rule. It's time for him to come down. It's time for us to be slaves, and it's time for us to rise back up, man.
Right.
Okay.
And we're in the first state of rising up out of slavery is it got to start in the mind.
Right.
That's why the scriptures say you know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Right. The true baptism, bro. Okay. The true baptism, the cleansing of your mind, man. Okay. Let me finish reading this. It says, let them be taken in devices that they have imagined, man. GMO foods. You know what I'm saying? These chemical concoctions that they call medicines, man. Okay? Which ain't nothing but witchcraft, man.
Right.
Okay? Because the Most High Power gave us herbs, every herb in the field, man, for our use, man. Okay? But here we got drugstores, witch havens on every corner, man. And our people love to go up in there, man. All right now, boss. They love to have it so, man.
Right.
Because they trust in who? Do they trust in their power? Do they trust in these laws, statutes, commandments that was written exclusively for us? Or do they trust in this low-life white man, man?
Right.
Okay? Well, you can go get a clove of garlic, man. A clove of garlic, man.
Right.
And it raises your immune system, man. But instead of that, you'll go to the goddamn drug, to the doctor, to the witch, and get some damn penicillin or some antibiotics, man. Okay? That master sentence that don't heal you, man. Instead of going and get you some ginger root and making you a tea, man. Instead of getting you some black seed oil, man, or some manuka honey, the list goes on, man.
Right.
But all these things that he set up for us, may it be a challenge, a snare and a trap for him, man. Who on these pills now, bro? Who on these opioids now, bro? These crackers, man, they getting it, man.
Right. Oh, and may I say this?
Yeah.
One of the devices. Talk about devices in there.
It says, let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
And one of the devices is to have us Israelites really destroy us. I mean, destroy us meaning pretty much cut us down, damn near all the way.
Right.
And if it be any so-called Negro Latino left, to be a perpetual slave.
Right.
But now they own people is caught up into that. You got the so-called white man running around, the average Joe Blow, or six-pack Joe, he's a damn slave. He got to pay taxes. You got Edomites that's getting caught up with the IRS. You see?
Right, that's right, bro. All the thieves and unrighteous decrees they set up for us, now they feeling the effects of it, man.
Right.
Okay? And this is not by our doing, man. We helpless, man. We powerless, man. But we do got a higher power who run the show, man. Okay? And it reads, verse 3, Psalms 9 and 10 and 3, Salah. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire.
Yeah.
And blessed the covetous whom Yahweh abhorreth, man. Okay? So everything that come out the so-called white, look, the wicked is all these nations, but the wicked,
Right.
okay, The head honcho of wickedness is the so-called white man, Esau Edom, man. Okay? It says, he boasteth of his heart's desire, okay? To say he is the most high power, man.
Right.
He is the power. And the real children of the Lord, they nothing. I'm gonna do away with them, man. I'm gonna destroy them. And he's giving it a good shot, man. Okay?
Yeah.
Because our people all destroyed for lack of knowledge. But what you gonna say, bro?
If you see a plot of land that got resources on it, or mineral resources, or natural resources, then he see it if he want it, he gonna take it and he gonna boast about it.
Right, bro.
In the name of deception.
Right. I don't know if they got it out here in Texas, but in Mississippi, where I'm from, they got mineral rights, bro. Okay? To where you may own 1,000 acres of land. You know what you actually own? About that much, that topsoil. And
Right.
Right. If you got any kind of oil or any kind, you find gold or silver, Esau say he owned the mineral rights to that shit, man. He'll come take it and lock you up if you stop there. What kind of righteousness is that, man? What kind of balance is that, man? Okay? Read on, man. And blesses the covetous whom Yahweh abhors, man. Okay? The white man uplifts everything that's contrary to righteousness, man. Okay? Everything, man. Okay? His whole way of life has led you so-called Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans to be total opposite of what you should be, man. Okay? It says, verse 4, the wicked, through the pride of his countenance, would not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts, man. Okay? Name me one thing the so-called white man has done ever in this time period since America was the birth of this so-called nation.
Don't record us.
Yeah, please don't. Please. Name me one thing that the so-called white man, that's what y'all knowing about. Name me something that he's done to contribute to well-being and the wellness. Right, bro. Name me one thing he's done, man.
Right. But through deception, he'll have you believe that he had done all these great things for the earth and for the people.
Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood is a good thing to the so-called white man. Planned Parenthood is anti-life, okay? Oh, well, you have to give a woman a choice, this, that, and the third. Now here it is, there's a scandal going on with the Planned Parenthood. They've been selling fetuses, okay? Baby parts, let me just break it down, baby parts, because the so-called white man says that after before so long, it's not a baby till it's so many weeks old inside the mother's womb. That is a child, that is a living creature. The sperm is alive.
Right, in your ball sack, man.
When that sperm gets inside that egg, that's your child.
Right.
Soon as.
Right.
That's a living creature, man.
Right. When you bust off, that sperm is fighting with other sperm to get to that egg, man. To be dominant, man.
Yeah.
So that ain't life, man. People is dumb, man. If you let this goddamn cracker tell you, well, that ain't life, man. It is life, man. Okay? We're put here to procreate under the Most High create, man. Under the Supreme Creator, man.
Yeah.
Okay? You got something else on that?
The Lord said, be fruitful and multiply. Esau give you birth control.
Right, bro. Right.
Here, go abort your baby.
Right.
Fuck all you want.
And pushing it on the goddamn. Now they ain't not pushing that shit on the so-called white woman. They pushing that birth control shit on you so-called Negroes mainly.
Right.
And the Latin tribes don't believe in that shit. Now you got them. They didn't crossed over into that shit. But it's mainly the so-called Negro woman.
Right.
The black woman, so-called black woman.
Right.
They pushing the damn, giving her shots, pills, putting her whatever that shit called.
That thing they put in their arm.
It's a chip. It's a chip. They got an implantable device in them that put out the hormones that make them. I guess when that what's it called? when a woman is
Ovulate, yeah.
Right.
when they ovulate to make them think that I think that they pregnant or whatever. So that but they not.
So they don't.
So they don't.
They don't even cleanse themselves with it. I done talked to chicks that had that thing in their arm, and they don't even have a period. They don't even have a menstrual cycle, man.
So imagine how polluted their body is. And that period is a natural cleansing, man. That the Most High set up for the woman, man.
That's anti-life.
However
why
that shit work, you know, it's like
Right. No. When the ovulation is when the eggs is at the peak,
Right.
for receiving the sperm.
get
Right.
pregnant. Yeah.
Right. All right. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and not only that, but they got our women duped into believing that until the head comes out, no life exists. And to avoid the birth, they go in and do that partial birth abortion, where they go in, the baby comes out feet first, they go in and make an incision in the back of the child's head and suck the brain out. Therefore, that's not life anymore. It's not, that doesn't count.
Marshall.
But that's a procedure that they do, man.
They gotta pay for that.
Yeah, that's vile, man. That's
Right.
beyond vile.
That shit is.
And there was a nurse that gave and bear witness. She quit because she was watching it, and when they put that incision in that baby's neck, in his head, that child is kicking and shaking because of the fucking pain, man. And you mean to tell me you say that ain't life?
Cool.
Then why the hell is this baby jumping and squirming and kicking?
Bro, they showed the embryo in the womb moving out of the way of the needle, trying to get out the way when they was trying to poke that embryo, man. They showed that little bitty baby, ain't even fully developed, was trying to get out of the way of the needle, man.
Right.
You telling me that ain't life, man?
Y'all got a heavy fucking price to pay, bro.
Got to hold it like that, bro.
Y'all gonna pay that. Y'all gonna drink the dregs of that goddamn cup, bro.
You got to hold that wire like that. Put that.
Right, they doing they tying women's tubes and men are getting vasectomies. See, this
Right.
man is anti-life.
Right, bro. I can't think of where the scripture at right now. This is Deuteronomy, but the Most High require life for life, man. Okay?
Right.
The woman is pregnant with seed, and you cause that woman death, the baby's death, he require your life, man. Okay? It says, you do what you have on?
No, I haven't.
All right. This is Psalms 10 and 4. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, he will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not all in his thoughts, man. And in 1996, Ronald Reagan declared the Bible to be the 83 is the water, brother. The water, brother. To be the law of the land, man. Name me one law out of the scripture that this white man uphold, man. It's a farce, man. The Most High is not at all in his thoughts, man. Okay? To have like the brothers going through Planned Parenthood, to have abortion clinics, man. That means the Most High is not at all in your thoughts, man, because the Most High say he requires your life, man. Okay? You should fear that, man, and walk accordingly. But the so-called white man does not. First, yeah, go ahead, brother. Shoot it out.
Psalm 50 and 16, but the point is in verse 17. It says, "But unto the wicked, see, but unto the wicked, the Most High said, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? Seeing thou hatest instruction,
Right.
and castest my words behind thee."
Right.
And that's exactly what the so-called white man does, or have done, and still doing. Okay? He's not thinking about what thus said the scriptures, the Most High. He cast this behind him, but he puts it up there as a image, so to speak, for the nation.
Yeah.
Right.
We're a God-fearing nation,
Right.
A Christian nation.
And all the
Nobody
white
is,
folks
man.
know better than that. These dumbass niggas, man.
Yeah.
That's still, you know what I'm saying? They're still caught up in that web, man.
Yeah.
Verse 5. His way.
Salaki, you put "In God We Trust" on money with faces of murderers,
Right.
thieves and pedophiles,
Faggots,
man.
right.
Homosexuals, man. In God We Trust what? What God are you talking about?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, you talking about Satan, man.
Right.
That's your God.
Right.
That's who you worship, man.
Right.
That's your power.
Right.
Okay?
And we notice things by how you move, man. We beyond your slick words, man, that are slicker than all that's mentioned in the scriptures, man.
Yeah.
We see through that. You got these copper top niggas out here fooling off of that, man. We see through that, man. We see how you move, man. You move wickedly, man, and deceitful, man. Okay? Psalms 9:5, it says, his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above, out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them, man.
Right.
His ways are always grievous, man. Okay? When the white man come up with something saying, this is the new improved, this gonna improve your way of life, man. 10 years later, he telling you what shit, it's killing you. We got a class action suit.
Right.
Okay? You're on your last
But it's
leg.
FDA approved.
Right.
Yeah.
But then you don't know the long-term effects of this chemical that you've concocted in the laboratory that you're giving to people. Oh, it cures headaches. Side effects may include suicidal tendencies, like heart attack, stroke. Yeah, and they say it fast and kind of low, and then the writing is low. That's what a devil do, man.
Right. Deceiver, man.
And then they make billions off our people. They feed you garbage,
Right.
and then they give you a chemical and say this is the remedy for your bad health, man.
Right.
That we really inflicted upon you, man.
Right. Right. All his ways.
Ain't no Jake's on no, ain't create no McDonald's, man. Jake, our people ain't create no Pizza Huts, man,
Right.
and McDonald's and Burger Kings.
Right. Murder King.
Murder Kings, man. Our people didn't come up with GMO foods, man,
Right.
which ain't even food.
Right.
They're genetically modified, man.
Right.
That means somebody in a lab is splicing this DNA from this, putting it with this. They take DNA from animals and put it in food, man.
Right. Right.
The scriptures say all his ways are grievous,
Right,
not
bro.
some.
Oh.
That's why when you mentioned earlier, what good, or maybe it was you, what good had the so-called white man done? Nothing, because all his ways are grievous. Now, if you don't mind, let's straighten this out. Because grievous go back to the word grief.
Grief.
And this, I'm just gonna read all the definitions they got. It says hardship,
All right.
suffering, pain, bodily affliction, wrong, grievance, injustice, misfortune.
Injustice.
I'm sorry, man. I gotta laugh.
That's why
This
people
shit-
always marching up and down the street talking about no justice, no peace. You ain't gonna get justice from an unjust person, man.
Right.
Right.
You ain't gonna get justice from the devil, man.
Right.
He ain't got just in him.
Right. Right. He
If the
wasn't created
brother
to be
reading
just.
grievous, all his ways.
Right.
That means everything he set forth to do is wicked, man. And they'll go strange from the womb, man.
Right.
They born wicked, man.
Right, bro. Right, bro.
Calamity,
Right.
from griever, afflict, burden, oppress.
Bird.
From Latin,
Oppress.
graver.
Who live in these ghettos, man? Who make up the prison population, man? Who's the ones that's running around with all these diseases and ailments, man?
Living paycheck to paycheck.
Shit.
Because he don't want to deal in
Righteous.
just weights.
Yes.
You see?
Yes.
He oppresses your wages. You see? And now if everything was dealt in just weights, the cost of living wouldn't be high. Because your weight is false.
Right.
You got the dollar supposed to be standing out there as holding weight, so to, for lack of better words. You know, I'll just put it in that way. And it ain't got nothing backing it up.
Right.
So the dollar is you losing value. True money don't lose value.
That's right.
Gold don't lose value. But you got man, the devil, he can fluctuate and play with the damn price.
He changed the numbers. He got an eraser in his pocket, man.
It says from Latin, graver, make heavy, cause grief. From gravis, weighty. It says basically it says mental pain, sorrow. This man's a goddamn devil, man.
An oppressor, man.
Right. Right.
The scriptures say, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, man. You got any sense, You should realize you're being oppressed, man. On every angle.
Right.
You the last hired and the first fired.
Right.
If you get hired.
Right. And the things that our people take as success and wealth and gain, compared to what the riches that these, I ain't talking about these goddamn Miller drinking crackers, man. I'm talking about the elite crackers, man. The shit that our people love and kill and die for, man. They don't even fuck with that shit. They don't even, that's not in their mind at all, man. It's to show you how big of a separation it is, man. Okay? But all his ways are grievous, man.
Right.
Shit, having to get a damn driver's license, man. Having to keep insurance in the car. Having to keep your insurance, man. Okay? Funeral expenses, man. Right. Burial insurance, man. Okay? All these things are grievous, man. Child support, man.
Right.
All these things are grievous, man.
Right.
Okay? Shit, the list don't stop, man. Land taxes, man.
Right.
Okay? A goddamn inspection on your damn car, man. Once you bought the motherfucker, ain't it yours?
Ain't it supposed to be?
So why you gotta go get it inspected? They got the nerve to tell you that your car emitting too much pollution. Man, this whole fucking world, Earth is fucking polluted, man.
And you created the car.
Right. Got us hooked on it. You gotta have the health insurance. Our health is bad because of the diets and the shit that you set forth before our peoples, man. Like the brother was saying on McDonald's, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. We laugh all the time. But when that McRib come back out, man, you niggas are clicking your heel like Dorothy, man, on the Wizard of Oz.
Look how they going nuts. Oh, yeah, going nuts. Chicken sandwich, man. You niggas went crazy behind fucking chicken sandwiches, man.
That's how low you is,
Right.
man.
This devil know what a healthy diet is. The ruler, the ones that's behind the scenes running the show, that controls the government, they know how you supposed to eat. They promote meats in this goddamn country, man. For you to shove meat down your throat. That's why everybody gets meat and sugar and carbohydrates and shit.
Right, clone meat is that, man. Because they don't have enough, this place is overpopulated, man. They don't have enough food to sustain, bro. We throw away just as much food as we eat here in this dissemination, man.
You see that? At every restaurant in America, every fast food restaurant, whoever has been bought, they throw it in the garbage, and then make it illegal for a homeless person to come in the back of their restaurant and dig in the garbage.
You can't even give it to them. Right, and this GMOs in the first damn place. Okay, this water you drink, man, this shit is. You got nano particles in it, man.
Plastic, man. They finding nano-sized particles of plastic in human feces, man. You drinking and eating plastic continually, man.
Right.
There's plastic in the damn air.
Right.
Along with a plethora of other things that you're not supposed to be taking into your body.
There's no bodies of fresh water around the world.
Right.
At one point you can go and take a dip in a lake somewhere. Now you gonna get a fleshy bacteria.
Hey, hey, the job I work for, most of our councils for crackers is up north. Okay,
the earth is polluted under the
right. So when I talk to these crackers, it's like I be fucking with their accounts. They're like, "Where are you, young man?" I said, "I'm in Houston, Texas." "Oh yeah, you close to the Gulf. I bet you it's beautiful out there, man. I would love to go take a dip in that water." No, I recently just calmed myself to stop saying shit, but I used to tell them like, "No, that's the last place you want to stick your pinky toe in, man. That shit got foam and all kind of shit sitting on top of it, man."
Right.
But when they got that Gulf shrimp at HEB, you niggas is out there running to it, man. You don't want to eat shit at the goddamn Gulf.
Wait till it's crawfish season.
Bro, they picking crawfish in their neighborhood, in the bottom.
You gotta know better to do better. Our people don't know better. Our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. Okay? Say this just real quick. His Psalms 10 and 5. His ways are always grievous. All right, so everything the white man, all his ways are grievous, man. He come with smooth words and a handshake and a pat on the back, man. But its intent is to snare you up, okay, and bring you trouble. It says, thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them, man. So the so-called white man know he got enemies, especially now. The whole earth is against the so-called white man. But he puffeth at them, man, because he's proud, man. Okay? Right. Because he's ruled in terror with an iron fist for so long, and his pride has deceived him, man. He think he'll never fall, man. Right. He really think he can call upon his military and take over anybody, anywhere, man. Them days is over with, man.
Disagree with him.
Right, man. Right, bro.
They don't want to go along with this program.
Now these nations don't give a damn.
They speak about the great Satan, man. The great Shaitan. They talking about the crackers, man.
Let those that are weak say that I am strong.
And you niggas are underneath that umbrella because that's who hand you hold and leading you to darkness, man. He leading you to destruction, man. The so-called white man, bro. Shit, what's that, bro?
No, we were talking about the pride of our so-called women, man. And we're just speaking, you know, the Most High is all the pride is gonna go out the window, man. Right. The Most High resisted a proud look, man.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
He hates pride, man.
Right, bro.
The scriptures say, why is earth and ashes proud? Earth and ashes represents which we come from. Right. We come from the earth, man. And then when we die, we go back to the earth. Right. Why is earth and ashes proud? Right. What the hell do people got the nerve to be proud? What is pride?
You ain't got shit.
You ain't shit.
Right.
The scriptures speak about, what was that, in Isaiah? All my righteousness is a filthy rag, man.
To the eyes of the Most High, right?
Jacob, you worm. Okay? This is a chain of darkness, man.
Why would you be proud in captivity?
Because that's what the evil,
that's the facade.
That's that witchcraft you put on, man. All these lights and songs, you get hit by microwaves and radio waves and frequencies right now, bro. Yeah, we know nothing about it.
That's right.
Okay, and we've been getting hit by that. I heard you say something about abortion. I seen them dragons pass by. Shit, the black woman averaged 3 abortions, 4. That might be low ball.
Hey, bro, in a year? Hey, bro, just according to the abortionclock.org, the so-called black woman makes up 13% of the women in this country, yet they make up 37%. They're responsible for over 37% of the abortion.
That's more than a quarter, man.
Right.
And since Roe versus Wade came into play, just black women, so-called black women alone, have put to death over 20 million babies, bro.
Nation.
That's a nation.
Yeah, I think it's only like 4 million so-called black is in America.
Yeah,
I think it's 4 million. It gotta be thinking like 40.
Right.
That's a nation, man. That's a nation of people, man. Put to death, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. You can look on YouTube, man. They got the black woman. We're gonna go back to the scriptures. Testify this real quick. You can find a black woman making videos about, I'm about to go into this abortion clinic. Okay? And then she come out, she dancing and oh my God, I've done that, bro. That's a fucking disgrace, man.
About 40 million.
Yep.
What's that? I
I said about 40. That's what his Google saying is 37 to now it's increased to 42 million.
And that's in Esau's clinic, man.
Yeah.
That ain't going to see the goddamn Haitian woman or the Jamaican woman that's gonna put that shit up inside you and make the baby come out.
With the clothes hanging.
Right, bro. They still do that, man.
Yeah.
So this black woman then killed 20 million. That's equivalent to cutting the nation, well, the tribe in half, so to speak.
Exactly.
Right, bro. Right. And that's another grievous way. Because who set up the Planned Parenthood and told a black woman it's okay if your body is your choice, man. Okay?
Yeah.
And the scriptures tell us that we belong to the Most High Power, including our bodies, and we men that are over the women, so how much more of the subjection to the woman? Okay? We're under subjection to the Most High Power. What's that you had, huh?
No, I just wanted to show that USAbortionclock.org. And that's a real-time fucking clock. Those numbers are moving, man. And I just logged on to that. And since I logged on to it, there's been 52 abortions in just them few, not even a full minute, logging on to that, and over 90,265 just today alone.
Right.
Good gracious.
Right. Another form of Esau's grievances, man.
And that ain't even counting the Plan B's.
Right.
Right. The Plan B pill. Right. Because now that's just more convenient. You know what? The hell with that baby. That's gonna ruin your life, girl.
Yeah.
Having a baby. That's gonna ruin your life. But then you don't need to be having sex.
Right, and then that birth control throws off the completely destroys the natural cycle.
Right.
That's the woman body goes.
The bitches not out on the smoke rig, as they got that new chip, but they all fucking miserable, bro. They all fucking miserable. I know one
Bad attitude.
young, bro. Young chick in her early 20s, man. Athletic, workout. She got that fucking shit, bro, put in her. Shit, 6 months later, she got damn cyst and shit on her damn ovaries, bro. You know what I'm saying? And she gonna have to get surgery from it. She want to get on it. She be in pain all the damn time. Shit, this time last year, she's a healthy, young, vibrant woman, man. But listen to Esau's grievances, prescribed to him in wickedness. Look at this damn chip, man. Now your body all fucked up.
And can I throw out just one more figure, Baba Kasha? Since Roe versus Wade, worldwide has been 61,830,632 abortions since Roe versus Wade. Over almost 62 million babies put to death since '73, and 20 of them belong to your black queen. Now that's worldwide, 62 million, and 20 of them belong to the so-called black woman.
Roe versus Wade was in 73.
Con.
A lot of significant things happened in 1973, man. If you ever get a chance on your own, any brother, that may be listening, look up significant acts that took place in 1973, man. It's a lot of stuff that took place. A lot of changes happened, man. Go ahead.
There's Proverbs 26, verse 25. When he speaketh fair, believe him not.
Right.
For there are 7 abominations in his heart.
Read that again.
Right. There's Proverbs 26, verse 25. When he speaketh fair, believe him not. For there are 7 abominations in his heart.
God damn. Right, bro. That means shit, bro. When it comes to smooth, cuddly words, do not believe it. But then he got 7 abominations, 7 represent completion. That means everything that come out of his fucking mouth is thought is complete wickedness, man. Okay? He was born to be created to be the wicked, man, for the day of evil.
Yes. Yeah.
As the scriptures say, man. Okay? As we was bringing up, man, all the other nations know about the great Satan, man. Okay? And you niggas is under that umbrella. So when missiles are fired upon this place by these other nations, they gonna get you niggas too, because you niggas gonna still trust in this white man for your deliverance, man. Just real quick, let me just finish this off, we're gonna move on. Psalms 10 and 5, his ways are always grievous, thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them, man. The white man, the so-called white man is proud. He think none of these other nations can fuck with him, man. He puff at them, man. Like shit, like fuck you can't fuck with me.
Chin up in the air.
Right, and maybe it might have been back in the day, but right now, in 2019, these nations have no fear of America, man. They know they can wipe this bitch up off the map, man. Okay?
Hey, Trump is a prime example of pride, man. He's the epitome of the so-called white man's pride, man. He is the pride of America. You can't catch him with his nose in the air, man. Every statement he makes is a proud statement, even when he's saying something totally ridiculous, man. That's that pride, that's that arrogancy, man. That's that pump that's gonna be brought low.
Right.
He's just a manifestation of that, man.
Right. Shit, verse 10 and 6. Psalms 10 and 6. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity, man. So that means ain't nobody can never fuck with me. I'm the great white man. I kill and I steal and destroy for nothing. Okay? And who gonna stop me, man? Okay? I'm gonna tell you who gonna stop me, the Most High power. That's
right.
Okay? And the elect, when he raises up with spiritual powers, man. Okay? Verse 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Didn't the brother just read that he got 7 abominations?
Right.
Okay? That means complete, bro. It says his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net.
Can you go back a verse where he said privily?
This is Psalms 10 and 8. It reads, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent.
He murders the innocent, man. These are so-called innocent people on these ships, man. They hadn't done the so-called white man. They ain't even met him, man. And look what he did to him.
And you know what they was like for an example, I believe it was well, one of the Latin tribes, I can't remember, but Columbus, where the history goes is they were kind and gentle unto the so-called white man, the conquistadors.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
And what did they get in return? Murder, rape,
Disease. Right, rape, robbery, and murder, man.
Yep.
Rape, robbery, and murder, man. Okay?
I come knock on your door. Please help me. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got no food, no water. Could you help me, please? Come on in, brother. Sit down. Let me get you something to eat. Let me help you out.
Right.
And all the while, you in your mind rubbing your hands together.
I'm gonna have sex with the wife.
Yeah, I'm gonna get his wife, and you gonna get your son.
Right, right.
And I'm gonna get I want all this.
Right.
Yeah, y'all over here living good.
Right.
Even your 9 and 10-year-old
Right.
daughters.
He
and
gonna
sons.
Yeah.
And then gonna put on your clothes and sit in your chair and eat your food and run your house and say and call himself by your name.
He gonna put his name on your
Right,
doors,
right.
your folks, man.
Right.
That's what he done. Right here in America and all around the world.
Yeah. All around.
If I came over here and say this is his country.
It says his eyes are privily set against the poor.
See there? In secret, man. Because the majority of our people, they can't see it for what it is, man. They can't see these elites for who they are.
Right. You got just the damn nigga say that a so-called black person got just as much of an opportunity to succeed in Georgia in America.
Yeah, right.
You can go to college just like the white man.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's all bullshit, man.
Yeah, and say you do go to college, what you gonna learn?
Right.
You gonna learn his shit, man.
Right.
He's gonna indoctrinate you with his thought.
Right.
To an extent. He ain't gonna teach you everything he know.
No, but he's gonna teach you how he wants you to be.
Exactly.
He's gonna train the monkey.
This wisdom and knowledge is not wisdom and knowledge at all, man. Okay, it won't last, man. Okay? The scriptures tell you that he's gonna darken the sun and his moon and the stars, and they represent wisdom. Okay? He's gonna go back to his original state, man. See, y'all are fooled by this hairy hand so-called white man. You put on a damn suit and try to speak proper, man. He ain't nothing but a low-life beast, man. The scriptures tell you that he braided in the nettles, man. Okay? I mean, he braided like like I said, go back and watch that movie Chariots of Fire, man. It came out in the late 70s and 80s, man. Okay, ain't no English in the movie. It's just a movie about how cavemen live. Okay, they don't push that movie no more, man. We're in a different time. See, back then you look at that movie like, oh, that's cute cavemen. But the truth then came out.
Right.
We done blew the whistle on this goddamn devil, man. You are Esau Edom, man. You are the devil the Bible speaks of, man. You are that person that the scripture says that they have, Job had disdain for him and he was laid out with his dogs, man.
Right.
You, so-called white man, and you're not even white, okay? Hey, that's the beautiful thing about this truth, man. Not giving ourselves no reverence, man, because the Most High, he give it to whom he, you know what I'm saying? To whom he will, man. He give and he take it away, but to know the judgments and to understand the judgments of the Most High power, man. To even tell our people who they are, because they know not. They think they some damn African Americans. then they some damn Africans, or some Moors, or Egyptians, or Muslims, okay? But to let the so-called white man know who he is, man. You Esau Edom, man.
Right.
You are not the white man, bro. You are not a Puritan, man. Okay? You are Esau Edom, man. The only nation in this Bible that was promised no salvation, man. Okay? He said he hated Esau. But our people walking around, oh, God is all love, he don't hate. Man, we can bring out plenty of scriptures where the Bible says he hate Esau, man. Okay? Not only he hate the wickedness, he hate the evil, the wicked, the doer of the wickedness, man. Which brother got that, bro?
And what's so cold? He created the wicked.
For the day of evil.
And he hated them.
And what's even colder than that, he gonna make you pay for what he created you to do.
That's how cold he is.
That's cold. Wrap your mind around that, Esau.
Right. Right, bro. Get that real quick about the shop, bro. About the shop. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, let me put that this real quick.
Romans 9:13, as it is written.
Where? In the book of Malachi.
Right, right.
In the Old Testament.
Right.
The Old Testament wasn't done away with like they tell you in church, man.
Right. Right.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved,
Who is Jacob? The progenitors of the 12 tribes of Israel. Can you read?
but Esau have I hated.
Who is Esau, man? That's the forefather of the so-called white man, bro. Read it again, Dr. Baba Kishal, man.
Romans 9:13, as it is written, Jacob have I loved.
Jacob, the most high power of this Bible, power of Israel, power you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, he said he loved you, Jacob. Okay? He loved you. These laws, statutes, commandments were written for you. Read on.
But Esau have I hated.
No way that the Lord power say he hates something, man. He hates Esau, man. Okay? And see, that's the thing. You've been given false liberty by the so-called white man to YOLO, live once. Think what you will. Believe and trust in your heart, man. The scriptures tell you the heart is desperately wicked, man. Who can know it, man? Right. Okay? He hate Esau, man. You don't have no judgment on that, man. You don't have no say-so over that, man. Okay? The Most High do as he will, man. What should we say then? Is there wickedness with the Most High power?
Right.
God forbid, hell no, man. He can do what the hell he want, man. But you listening, you got the pride of the so-called white man and then a wicked spirit on you. You think you can judge the Most High's ways, man. That's to keep you niggas in the church house, man. Because in the church house, they tell you what they tell y'all. Come as you are. The scriptures don't say that, man.
God loves all.
The scriptures don't say that. We just read he don't love everybody, man.
Right.
And it says, as it is written in the Old Testament in Malachi, man. But our people come, you twisting the word. Come on, man.
Straight out.
Stop being simple, man. Stop being simple. But it is written that 2/3 of our people will be destroyed on this side, man. Okay? Only 144,000 elect and 1/3 of a multitude is gonna make it, man. The rest of the niggas gonna be missile food, man. Okay? You're gonna be burnt like toast up in this bitch, man.
Yeah.
First you're gonna be tortured, man. Because martial law gonna hit this bitch. The drought and famine gonna hit this bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, get that out. That thing is a game, man.
Yeah. The scriptures speak about it.
It's a issue to me, right?
Yeah. That's prophecy, man. That's something that's gonna come to pass. It's gonna
And
happen.
it's happening. Happening.
Right.
At that point where I'm just thinking about the sedition amongst men, meaning the common people raising up against the government officials.
That's right.
Okay? Against the government. It's going on. I mean, this is running like a wildfire across the world.
That's right, Doc.
Over in Paris is going down.
Right.
Over in Chile.
Right. Them dudes going
Greece.
crazy over there, bro.
Yeah, Greece keep it going.
They've been doing it,
Chile.
bro.
Yeah.
Hey, when it come over here, you people ain't gonna recognize it because you ain't never seen it. You'll
Yeah.
look at the internationals, oh, well, that's over there. Or you'll see a movie, oh, that's a movie. It's gonna be live
Yeah.
in stereo.
The Watts riots and the Rodney King riots, what they call riots. That's gonna be a drop. That's gonna be a walk in the park compared to what's gonna happen in this place, man.
Right.
When your money is useless, people are gonna lose their mind.
Right.
Because people are gonna become people get, after about 3 or 4 hours and people ain't ate nothing,
Right.
they get desperate to go find something to eat, man. And that's right now. So imagine what it's gonna be like when society shut
Right, ain't
down.
gonna be no more with you stupid ass goddamn women out here. Whores.
Right.
That's the truth what you are.
Yeah.
Right? And yeah, they love it to have it so.
Right.
They call each other, and I'm mainly talking about our so-called women. They not really women, because the word woman means servant.
That's
Right,
right.
right,
That's
right.
right. Sure right.
You know, and they not carrying themselves in that manner.
Right.
And they call themselves hoes and bitches. They call
Bitch,
themselves that.
Ah, bitch.
And it's gonna come a day you're not gonna be able to Snapchat and Instagram a plate of food. Everything they cook and eat and do, they want to Snapchat. We talking about the food.
Right.
Oh, I got a plate of this. So I'm at this restaurant.
Don't even bless your food. You gotta take a picture to show it to every damn
Right.
I bet
What I mean.
from time to time I get his testimony, bro. Back when that big hurricane hit back in 2008. Was that 2008? 2008, bro.
Oh, not hard.
Right, right, bro. I had a little small business, bro, right there on the corner of OST and Scott. They got an HEB right across the street on that Scott. You know what I'm talking about, bro. I could see the parking lot right from where I was at, man. You know what I'm saying? And the power and shit was out, but I went up there because niggas was looting and you know, stealing. So I was just sitting in there while it was light, you know, to make sure niggas wouldn't get up in there. I watched niggas fill up the parking lot of HEB, bro. And sit there the whole fucking day, bro. Whole thing. That the shit was open, bro. And it got dark, bro. I caught out and went to the jail. Got up the next morning, came back up there, parking lot full, bro. Niggas sitting up there waiting, bro.
Right.
Bro, wait till all this shit break down, bro. Like your brother said, and in record time, you niggas gonna lose your fucking mind, bro. And if there's a word of you storing bread and water in your house, guess what happened, man? They're coming up in that bitch, man. Because the scriptures tell you in the Apocrypha that the house is gonna be spoiled, man. Right. You get that. Yeah, brother, go right there. Huh?
And these people are accustomed to being to eating three meals a day, man.
Shit, more than
The
that.
morning, the afternoon, and dinner, man. So imagine when they have none of that, none of those options.
Right.
And from the moment they wake up, that option of eating breakfast isn't there. Later on at lunchtime, that option isn't there to eat. And when before they go to sleep, they're gonna be starving, and that option of eating it ain't gonna be there.
Right,
They
right.
be snacking all through the day too.
Come
They
on.
go grab a little bag of chips, go get some soda water, the soda, get they noodles and the gummy bears and all this shit.
Right,
that
right,
shit
bro.
is gonna be done away
Them
with.
hot Cheetos gonna go quick. They not
Yeah,
gonna
they
last.
stay with a bag of hot Cheetos. Hot Cheetos gotta be on deck at all
Hot
times.
Cheetos and pickles.
And pickles.
Hey, just real quick, Baba Kashab. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 15. We start at 14. It reads, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands," man. Okay? So all these, especially in Houston, they talking about this fake ass Houston crowd. We all love each other, man. That's fake, man. These crackers don't love you. We don't like these crackers. You know what I'm saying? The goops don't love, but even, hey man, everybody is against and for their own people, man. And let me tell you this, that's a good thing, man. You're supposed to be for your own people, man. Okay? The Most High is the greatest racist of them all, man. Okay? But you gotta break it down to Jake Simple, man. Race. Races comes from the root word race. In the Latin, it's raza, which means seed, man.
Exactly.
Okay? What's your seed, man? The man can't, that's your nationality, man. That's
right.
who you are. You are supposed to be for your nation, your nationality, for your people, man.
Right.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay?
Hey,
You're supposed to.
what they call a man's nutsack, the family jewel.
Right.
Right.
Right, man. And the Greek sperma, man. Okay? So come on, man. Stop being simple, man. It says, "For sword and their destruction draweth nigh." This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 15. "And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand." Verse 16, "For there shall be sedition among men, and evading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, And the course of their actions should stand in their power. They ain't gonna give a damn what Donald Trump say. They ain't gonna give a damn what no military leader say, your mayor, governor. That shit gonna be out the window, man. Because it's gonna be mayhem out here in these streets, man. It simply reads. And the course of their actions should stand in their power, man. They're gonna be able to do what the fuck they wanna do, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, bro? You think, bro, bro, you gonna go crazy,
They
man.
gonna be doing like, was it over in Mexico? Where they dragged the mayor.
Yeah.
Right,
They
right,
dragged the
right.
mayor
dragged him down the road.
Right, tied him to the back of the goddamn truck and drug him through the streets, man.
You lied to us.
Right.
No regard for the authorities.
That's gonna happen to you fake preachers, man, and you pastors.
Oh, you got right now. You got over there in the yellow vest protesters. That shit been going on so long and it's so on the police that you got a lot of police over there committing suicide. But they not publicizing it in the mainstream media.
Right.
See?
They only give you a glimpse. And then when you watch the regular local fluff news, they don't talk about the protest that's going on, man. They skip all around that. They show you a kitten or a puppy that was rescued from a drain.
It's Christmas time, Mark. They gonna milk the rest of you niggas for the last little bit of money we got. They ain't gonna ruin the Christmas spirit, man.
Yeah, the Christmas
spirit is a false spirit. These niggas is broke, man.
Yes.
Niggas ain't got shit, man.
They shut that shit
You know what I'm
down
saying?
their throat.
And over time, it was getting a couple years ago, and it's seldom heard, man. What's that? You understand? Finish reading this Bible Shah. In 2 Corinthians 15 and 17, it says, a man shall desire to go into the city and not be able to, man. Because martial law had this bitch locked down, man.
Right.
And we always say, we've been saying this for years, man. People, they fall on deaf ears, man. Houston is set up perfectly for the martial law, man. It's got the 610 loop. It's got the 45 running down the middle and the I-10 running across, man.
And 59 run parallel with 45.
Right, bro.
So
Right, so they got it sectioned off already, man. In the Beltway.
Yep.
And then they're trying to complete that Highway 6 all the way around, which you're not gonna be alone enough for them to do it. But when they put this bitch on lockdown, bro, it's gonna be easy peasy, man. Okay? And then they gonna be able to fuck. What? I gotta go see my mama and my grandma, man. Man, them people ain't gonna have it. They ain't gonna hear that shit, man.
And if you look at the geography of these other cities, they set up perfect.
Right.
They got the, them turnpikes. Down here they call it what they call the system?
U-turn, the turnpike.
The okay. But basically, when you gotta pay the toll road.
The toll road, right?
This country is tolled up. Toll rolled up.
Yeah.
Cause that's already in place. That's gonna be. I'm just thinking as a man. I mean, it ain't per se detailed outline in the scriptures, but checkpoints.
Right. With heavy military gear, man. Not these punk ass police that you niggas are scared of, man.
Right.
Okay? And it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to, man. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods.
Yep.
Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Okay?
It's gonna be a famine, man.
They gonna, right, bro. If they heard, you might not even have a loaf of bread, but if they heard, she got 3 loaves of bread and 2 gallons of water. Man, a mob coming through that bitch, man.
You better have a end of a bread. The outside of the bread.
They gonna kill you for it.
That's in the tray. That has been tossed in the garbage.
Man.
They got the ends of bread. Let's go get it.
Right, man.
Hey, they show you that right now. Let it be a hurricane, like you said, 2-3 days without being able to run to McDonald's and Burger King. They go in them grocery stores, man. Hey, they fighting over shit in them grocery stores.
Right.
It ain't excuse me, I'm just trying to get to the bread. Oh, okay, that's fine. You want, get you one too. No, hell no, not when it's a disaster.
Hey, bro,
shit.
I witness to it. At that same time, the people that see King, did what I knew, and he's the others. Man, we gonna get barbecue, my nigga. You can make it over here before the curfew come on through. And I'm like, what chance you get? get barbecue from, bro. Shit, they can hit up Ishmael, kick this shit in, the little meat market, and check everything about that bitch. Even the charcoal and the goddamn lighter fluid, bro. We feed the neighborhood, man. So imagine, bro.
Before the what set in?
Before the sun went down, before the curfew set in, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Black and dark.
Yeah.
Get ready for the curfew.
Mandatory.
Y'all used to that though.
And you know, Jake, this may seem far-fetched, but one of Jake's favorite movies is Scarface. They showed you in the movie Scarface, they had all of them round up under the bridges, locked up in what would be called or considered a concentration camp, man. They showed you that in the movie, but Jake was so infatuated with Scarface going from poor to rich by slanging dope to his people, man.
Right.
That's all
true.
Jake got out of it.
I mean, the story wasn't true.
Right.
But
actually
the concept was true.
Yeah.
Of what was happening.
Yeah.
Right, bro. They just put a fence around the goddamn under the freeway, bro, and had motherfuckers be locked up there, bro. You can find pictures of that shit on the internet.
That's right.
Okay. And there's I just want to go back to this in this verse 19, 2 Ezra 15 and 19. It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, man. Because there is no food, man. Okay? You can be the toughest motherfucker you want to be, man.
Right.
Your fucking
Good
stomach
story.
is touching, man. You start pining away, man. That's a horrible death, man.
Yes, sir.
That's a horrible fucking death. Okay? And the scriptures tell you that this day is going to be a day like none other before. I see. And we can already go through the history of Israel about people and see that we've already been through cannibalism, man. Okay? They got testimonies in the scriptures to where we traded money. Donkey shit was on sale, man. No, dove shit, man.
Right.
Dove shit.
Donkey skulls.
And a skull of a donkey. Motherfucker was negotiating and bidding for it, man. That's what you hungry, Jack. We gonna eat some bird shit, man.
Baby.
Right. And that's things we've already been through. So the scripture tell you it's gonna be a day greater than that, man. So what the fuck you think the Most High Power got in store for the wicked, man? And his own people that's gonna turn his back and went a whoring on it, man. Okay? Like we bring out, you might think it's a repetitive thing, but it's an important thing, man. Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you are a wifey to the Most High Power, man.
Right.
Okay? According to the scriptures, man. He look at you like a man looking at his woman, man. So imagine if you come in and catch your woman who really cared for, cleaned up, and provided everything for you coming in the house and a nickel they ain't got shit. Got her bent over and you knocking her off, right in your face. And then she stand up with skeeter dripping down her fucking box and she say she ain't doing nothing.
Beating your face.
Right.
Just rehearsing before
How would
play,
you treat that, man? How would you look at that, man? That's how the Most High look at us, man. We done went a whore with all these nations, man, worshiping these false idols, man.
Right.
Like the brother was saying, these made up characters, you might as well put Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny right
Why
next to these
not?
motherfuckers,
Why
bro.
not?
Because it hold the same weight, man. Zero, bro. None of these idols is gonna help you, man. Okay, it's like it says in the Apocrypha, I get it. It says in that day, they will find out that there were no gods, man. Okay? The things that they worship, they were no gods at all, man. And that word in Hebrew is Allah, that means power. There were no powers at all, man. Right. They can neither pass judgment nor save themselves from war nor save you. Woo. If you go to that movie, The Mummy, not the new, but that one they put out back in the 90s, when the mummy had got old boy pressed up against him in that cave,
right.
What he did, he pulled out that chain that had all the items. He prayed all of them.
Right.
That's how you niggas gonna be doing, man. First he gonna go to Jesus.
And that ain't gonna work. It ain't never
Jesus.
worked.
It must be Allah.
Yeah, it's gotta be Allah.
No, that ain't work.
Buddha must be Buddha.
Right, we gotta go to Buddha. Right. Now it's got to be Malachi Z. York.
Something come get me.
No. This brother polite, man. We gonna go to him, man. He side nigga. Oh, Shaka Utmost, so he got to have it with him, man. Okay? Yeah, brother. Side raw soup and spaghetti, man. Go ahead, brother. You niggas gonna be so shocked in that day, man.
Hey, I'm laughing. The Most High say he gonna laugh at your calamity.
Right, bro. Right,
That's
bro.
a loving, powerful.
Right,
That's
right, right, bro. Right, and I'm gonna say this, and you niggas that's in that Islam, y'all read up, well, Farrakhan tell y'all niggas about the shock of the hour. This is what, fuck the Islam, that shit is not legit. But that shock of the hour that they talking about is what we talking about, bro. You gonna be shocked, man. Cause all this shit gonna take place really quickly, man. And this place gonna be destroyed within an hour, man. Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 20. For of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou sayest, I will not transgress. The Most High delivered us out of Egypt. See? And we got the covenant, okay, the laws, and we said all these laws that the Most High set before us to do, we will not break them. We will not transgress. When upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest, playing the harlot, being a hoe, and it's talking about the nation of Israel. You see? And it says under every hill and under every green tree, it's talking about these philosophies. But where did the nation of Israel get these different philosophies from? The other nations. Hills represent nations. Trees represent people. We are referred to as a plant. See?
In that next verse.
Right. So, for example, like when we got into the land of Canaan, the Most High commanded us to kill off all the Canaanites, but Jake didn't do it. We didn't
bro,
kill off all the
the Lord, the God who you ain't gonna call God, told us to kill, bro?
All of them. And what happened to Jake? They started worshiping them Canaanite deities, which were no gods.
Right.
See? It says, yet have I planted thee a noble vine,
Right.
wholly a right seed.
Right.
How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?
Right.
Strange.
How? But by worshiping other gods to this very day. You know, Jacob and all these other, in the form of these different philosophies. Jacob is African, they in the Pan-Africanism. They in the Christianity. They in the Nation of Islam. Or Orthodox Islam. You know, what they call it? They got different forms of sects of Islam or whatever. So Jake is all over the place. They in the Buddha. They in the Scientology. They in the niggerism. They in the being kings of the ghetto. You know, they got a whole philosophy that just pertains to being in the streets.
Right, yeah.
G-code.
The G-code.
Right. Bro,
So to speak.
You gotta listen to your OGs.
Hey, bro, it's a hard lesson to learn. We found out it ain't no cheat code, bro. And these niggas is wicked, you wicked. It's only, bro, the only thing that you can, your only hope is yours right here. So, you know what I'm saying? The hope that you be the elect. The hope that you are saved. Because the scriptures say those that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. Why is these Christians running around and talking about they saved? Saved from what, man? Okay? What the scriptures is referring to is the impending destruction of these nuclear missiles, man. It's gonna come destroy this place, man. Okay? You're gonna have to be saved from that, man. Okay? You're gonna have to be saved from that, man. Okay? Because all that's gonna come within an hour's time. You think you send a book of flight out here in an hour's time? You ain't even gonna be able to get home when that shit start going down. We're gonna be stuck to where the fuck you at, man.
Right. Like
Okay.
in that movie Bushwick. She was trying to get home to her grandma. In the
Right.
movie, the little white chick was trying to get home to her grandma.
Right.
And she eventually got there, but that was just that's really an inkling of how it's really
Right.
gonna be.
Right. The goddamn sister was in the house getting the goddamn bomb and got high and went to sleep. Before she passed out, everything was good. When she woke up off the hit, the blast, all hell had been broken loose, man. All right? Let me read this real quick.
This is a piece that you put.
All right, brother. This is the book of Jeremiah 2:11. It reads, "Hath the nation changed their powers, which are yet no power? But my people have changed their glory for that which does not profit. Okay? So you enter these idols that you worship in your heart, they profit none. Even the ones that don't even exist, that just make up in your mind. Okay? Our people are so wicked and so pride that they believe in themselves to be powerful. Man, you have no power. Okay? This is Jeremiah 2:27, saying to a stock, thou art my father, and to a stone, thou hast brought me forth. For they have turned their back unto me, and not their face. But in the time of their trouble, they will say, arise and save us, man. And Buddha not gonna move.
No.
King Tut not gonna move.
Right.
Brother Polite not finna magically transport to where you at.
He ain't gonna be able to save himself.
And save you, man. Straight up, man. Haile Selassie, he ain't gonna have no weed for you to blow, man. He gonna be out of there, man. Verse 28.
They praising old Benjamin, the so-called West Indians. They praise Haile Selassie, man.
Right.
Time.
Right.
Well, a lot of them were Rastafari.
Right. Right, bro. And he a damn Ethiopian, man. Named by nationality by his father's seed, man. Okay, the scripture take Ethiopian put to death, man. Okay? So 28. But where are thy powers that thou hast made thee? Let them arise, if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble. For according to the number of thy city are thy powers, O Judah. Got one more. This is Baruch 6:49. It reads. Hold on. This is Baruch chapter 6. It says, verse 6:44, whatsoever is done among them is false. How may it be, though are said that they are powers? They are made of carpenters and goldsmiths. They can be nothing else than the workmen will have them to be. A fucking idol, a statue, man. Verse 46, and they themselves that made them can never continue long. How should then the things that are made of them be powers? Woo! For they left lies and reproaches to them that come after. Verse 48, for when there cometh any war or plague upon them, the priests consult with themselves where they may be hidden with them, with their idols.
Exactly.
How can they not, how then, this is Baruch 6:49, how then cannot men perceive that they be no powers?
That they be no power. How you can't perceive? How you go? You can't figure that out just from observation.
Because men are speaking on these idols as if they gods, and then the gods got priests that are associated to the god. You got, I mean, that was that. Just like with the Most High and His truth, the Most High got priests. You know, we are priests and servants. So you got men that reverence these gods and tell the people the philosophy of the gods, these different gods, and they get into witchcraft. With the left hand side of things. Okay. Just like for an example, you go back to the golden calf, right? And they was worshiping that golden calf in Egypt. What did the pharaohs have in Egypt? They had them magicians, right? That was the end of doing what? They were doing witchcraft. They were dealing so we can understand voodoo, you know, and giving the credit on to different gods, right? Right. Go ahead.
Con. This is Baruch 6. And if y'all got some, we can get there.
No, con.
You got something? Okay, con. Baruch 6 and 39, I'm going to read again. It says, how then cannot men perceive that they be no powers?
Right.
Which can neither save themselves from war nor from plague. For seeing they be but of wood, and overlaid with silver and gold, it should be known hereafter that they are false. 51, verse 51. And it shall manifestly appear to all nations and kings that there are no powers, that they are no powers, but the works of men's hands, and that there is no work of the Most High in them. Who then may not know that they are not that they are no powers?
They are no powers. They are no powers. They're not living. Okay? When you read the book of Jeremiah, the 10th chapter, now it's going into, like, people put up these trees in their house, man. And it's describing the tree and being fasting. The scripture says that it needs to be born. When you look into that word born, it means to be carried. It needs to be carried. You have to carry the very thing that you're worshiping, man. Why? Because it's not living. Okay? Now I want to bring out a scripture because our power is a living power, man. Okay? And this is the book of Psalms, the 84th chapter, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, how amiable are the tabernacles of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai of hosts, okay? And that means worthy to be praised, man, amiable, okay? It says, how amiable are the tabernacles, O Lord of hosts. It says, my soul longeth, yea, even fainted for the courts of the Lord. My heart and my flesh cried out for the living power.
Right.
Our power is a living power.
Right.
Scriptures say that over and over and over.
Right.
He created everything, man. He always has been. He is a living power. These are idols that a man actually has to make himself, man.
Right, and make up a fairy tale philosophy story around the deity, so-called God.
And put that hocus pocus on other people. Ooh, you better, bruh. Bruh, it's people, they won't even cuss with a picture of Caesar Borgia in their house.
Right,
bruh.
right.
If they in the same room, or if they having sex, they'll go take the cross out the room and go put it in another room.
Right,
bruh.
right.
That brother shaking his, I know he know, bruh, because he know when the Latin tribes, bruh.
Right. See, if you push this out here in the middle of the sun, right, they ain't even gonna step on it, bro. Jesus! I'm foolish.
That needs to be born. We ain't to carry it over here, man.
Right.
But people worship that.
Right, bro.
As if it's a living power.
They worship Mary. Mary, the Queen of Heaven, gets worshipped heavily in the world.
Yes.
Okay? The Latin tribes love to bow and worship Mary, the Mother Mary, which is not Mary. They were actually bowing down to the Queen of Heaven, Semiramis. She was revamped at different names and under different kingdoms.
Right. And that's whether or not you saying the Virgin de Guadalupe, or if you saying the Virgin whoever she is. It all go back to the Queen of Heaven, man. And that's what this whole society is under, that vibration, man. The Queen of Heaven.
Right, the queen is a whore, a prostitute, man.
Right.
Right.
Just like a king can have many women.
Right.
If a woman sitting up there in authority calling the shots, she can have, what's that called, however the word go.
Poly means many, and then it's many sexes, but sex would be gammy, so it would be like polygamy, but it would be a woman doing that act, man. Okay? And you see that like a Nicki Minaj video. She'll have Madonna. You'll have her sitting in a chair, and then you'll have all these guys walk, with their shirts off.
And she's a queen.
Yeah.
And that's a good way to a good teacher point, a good example. You always see that. A goddamn horse is supposed to be a queen, but she's dressed like a whore.
Right.
Right? And they got all these men around her praising and worshiping.
Right.
Up and caring.
Right. And not the new speak Q-U-E-E-N, but the original Q-U-E-A-N.
Right.
Okay? Fucking
Right.
whore.
Right, that's what it goes back to.
Hussy.
It's crazy, bro. That used to be offensive back
Yeah,
then.
you call a woman a hussy. You hussy?
Right,
Shit, they finna scrap.
But that's Esau was putting out that new speak on word. You see? a woman, if you knew what the word queen really meant, if they taught you from a little girl what queen really meant, the etymology of the word, you wouldn't be running around here calling yourself a damn queen.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
Right, bro.
Yeah.
See, just to wrap this up, Baruch 6 and 51, it says, and it shall manifestly appear to all nations and kings that there are no powers but the works of men's hands, and that there is no work of the Most High in them. Who then may not know that they are no powers? So neither can they set up a king in the land, nor give reign unto men.
Right, and that's what we started off with. How the Most High, the true and living power, supreme God,
Supreme Yahweh.
you know, he sets up kings and take it down kings.
Yes.
He put the thoughts in all of our minds.
Right,
He make kings go to war.
right,
You know, go ahead.
right. Baruch 6 and 54. Neither can they judge their own cause, nor redress a wrong, being unable. For they are as crows between heaven and earth. Whereupon the fire falleth upon the house of gods of wood, or overlaid with gold or silver, the priest will flee away and escape.
Right, and all these are like, all these are like the scriptures say, the gods of the nations are idols.
Right.
So these are what these other nations are dealing with.
Right.
Vanity.
Right.
Bullshit.
Right.
Fairy tales. Fantasy.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
Whereupon, verse 55, Baruch 6 and 55, whereupon when fire falleth upon the house of the powers of wood, the gods of wood are laid over with gold and silver, their priests will flee away and escape. But they themselves,
No, I'm sorry, brother. In that movie, Troy, I think they invaded one of the, I think when they came off the beach, I think they had a erected statue of Apollo. And I think one of them Trojans, was it Trojans? No, not one of the Trojans, it was the other army that, I can't, anyway, they knocked down or cut off a piece of the statue, Apollo. And they was looking to fright it. They was looking like he just struck the god, you know. And that statue that did absolutely nothing. You go back and watch the movie.
What can it do?
Right, what can it do? It's nothing but cement.
Right.
What is, you know? Just like it.
let's see, Baruch 6 and 55. Whereupon when fire falleth upon the house of the gods of wood, or overlaid with gold or silver, their priests shall flee away and escape. But they themselves, talking about the idols, shall be burned asunder like the beams. Moreover, they cannot withstand any king or enemies. How can it then be thought or said that they be powers? Neither are those powers of wood, Salakia, neither are those gods of wood and laid over with silver or gold able to escape either from thieves or robbers. Whose gold
Somebody could break in and steal them idols that you worship. Why don't the idol be like, you know what? I'm a power, and stop the thief from coming in and stealing it?
Right.
Because it can't do nothing, man. There is no life in it, man.
See, neither 657.
Right, and if you read real quick, if you read the story of Bel and the dragon,
Right.
you know the priest to that deity had to come in and eat up the damn leave food out for it. But it was them that was really making the people believe that this God really was living.
Like the Great Oz and the Wizard of Oz.
They come sneak in there, they'll take the food and eat it, and then the people come, oh God, good ate something.
Right.
The mashes on the floor got a caught.
Right.
I forget the whole, I gotta go back to read it.
Right.
That was in the story in the account.
And no, I was saying, and the same thing with you niggas eating the milk and cookies and saying Santa Claus.
Exactly. They know it ain't real, but to keep the kids under that illusion that it's real, you go down there and take a bite out the cookie.
Or the tooth fairy.
Right.
Oh, the tooth fairy came. Let's see what they left you.
That's why I show you that them nations, the rulers of the nation knew that shit was bullshit. They were just dealing with madness and attributing that shit to the so-called God.
Right.
But them a perfect example. When you have adults that know something is not real, but you'll make the kids to believe it's real, and you gotta come in there and do physical acts to keep the kids deceived.
Right.
Santa Claus.
Right. I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna let you bring that out, bro. This is the Root 6 in 57. Neither are those guards of wood and laid over with silver or gold able to escape either from thieves or robbers, whose gold and silver and garments wherewith they are clothed. They that are strong do take and go away withal. Neither are they able to help themselves. Therefore, verse 59, therefore it is better to be a king that showeth his power, or else a profitable vessel in an house, which the owner shall have use of it, than such false gods, or to be a door in a house, to keep such things safe as be therein. It's better to be a door
Right.
on a house that's got a use.
And you wanna know something?
At least it got
A lot of jakes, there's some jakes, like for example the Latin tribe, they know that they're bowing down to the Mother Mary, so to speak, which is really represents Semiramis.
Right.
Okay, but you got a lot of jakes that don't realize that they ain't actually worshiping idols. They can't see it because they don't know the history behind the philosophy they into.
Right.
You know? Go ahead, all right?
Right, it says, it is better to be a king than showeth his power, or else be a profitable vessel in an house, which the owner shall have use of, than such false gods, or to be a door in an house, to keep such things safe as be therein, than such false gods, or a pillar of wood in a palace, than such false gods. That's it, bro. I'll stop right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's better to be a profitable vessel. It's better to be a cup sitting on the counter that can hold liquid and allow you to drink when you're thirsty.
Right.
Than it is to be a false god. Right. It's better to be a chair that has use.
Right, it's just decoration. God's really just decoration.
Right, bro. Right, bro.
bad decoration.
Go ahead, brother, what you had? You got a precept?
Nah,
Oh, I thought you said you had a precept. Hey, y'all got something, bro? Hey, with that, man, we hope it's been edification, man. There are no powers, man.
Right.
But the most high power, man.
Right.
Okay? You so-called, look, I'm talking to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, because y'all gonna be the most high. I mean, Esau, the most high, using Esau, which is his sword, is about to press you niggas, man. Okay? Hard. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro. You choose you this day of which side you gonna stand on, man. You gonna be with the most high power of Israel, the power of this Bible, or with the world, man. This bitch is already got the L, man. You don't see it, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, just like you hear the Ice Cream Man music coming down the street, and you don't see him, but you hear him, shit, we hear the music, man.
That's right.
We hear the music, man. The Howard Shop play, man.
Yeah.
He on his way back, man. The chairs there on their way back. They ain't, bro, they really right there, but they just, you don't see them, man. Okay? They right there, man. Hey, man, you have no idea, man. You have no idea. With that, we hope that was edification, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna say, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. The honors to the apostle Nelson Ray MILLSTONE. He's been salutation to the Akim out there on the four corners of the earth to hopefully let, put in his work, okay, risking their lives to do so. And to the few sisters that are trying to receive the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, man. Silence from the uniqueness, man. Above, Shalom, man. The hell with this place, man. Death to the wicked.
Man, I was looking up that account.